Hi there and welcome back to my top 20 Amstrad games. We're on to the final part of 2 now and the final 9. So without further ado, at number 9 is the awesome Switchblades, which as you can hear features some really funky tunes, courtesy of Ben Dalgleish. So yeah, you control that little dude there called Hero. He's the last of the Blade Knights apparently, whoever they are. And you're tasked with the mission of finding the missing pieces of the Fireblade weapon. But anyway, it's an excuse to sort of run around this massive underground layer of caverns and caves, kicking and punching, getting weapon upgrades so you can shoot fireballs. Awesome, cool stuff. On to number 8, which I've put Lemmings there. Now, some of you are probably used to playing the PC or Amiga versions. We'll probably look at this and go a bit ugh. But the job of fitting Lemmings in its entirety, all the levels, all the features, plus the graphics and music onto a humble 8-bit machine like the Amstrad, and also in only 64k of memory is a really impressive feat, and it's just as good and just as fun. So for that reason I put that at number 8. On to number 7. Keeping these quite short because the YouTube time limit. Here we have Operation Wolf, arcade conversion of the really popular light gun game. And if you want to see more gameplay footage of these, then do check out my YouTube channel, because I've got a full playthrough of Operation Wolf, so you can see all the rest of the levels and stuff. But as you can see, it's got really awesome colourful graphics. It's smooth, it's fast, some great sound effects. It's everything you'd want in an arcade conversion onto an 8-bit machine. When I got this as a kid, it just blew me away. Same as at number 6, which is Robocop. Now I'm just going to let this play for a bit, because it's got some sampled speech.
Serve the public trust. Protect the innocent. Uphold the law.
How cool is that? As a kid, that well impressed me. Hearing your computer talk to you was a little bit of a novelty back then. But anyway, this game probably spent more time at the top of the charts than any other game on an 8-bit home computer. It's quite easy once you've played it a few times, but it's still great shooting up fun, and I'll still come back to this again and again for a quick blast. Moving on swiftly, number 5 is that Elmer Krieger bloke again with Prehistoric 2. I'm going to let this music play for a bit and I'll talk to you about it in just a second. Have a listen to the music. Yep, that's digitised sample music. I think it's the only Plus game that ever used the DMA sound chip to do stuff like that. Anyway, onto the game. As you can tell, it's fairly standard platforming fare, and some may argue it's not even the best platforming game on the Amstrad. I don't think many beat it, to be honest with you. However, the main reason I've included this because of the enhanced version I'm playing that uses all the plus features like the DMA music you heard in the title screen, hardware and sprite scrolling, and lovely parallax scrolling there, and also the use of all the gorgeous colours there. To be honest, I don't think you can beat it. Oh yeah, I've included this, which is the hang gliding section later on in the game, from my friend Axelino on YouTube, who makes awesome Amstrad videos. You wanted to know how you get the hang gliders to fly properly? Well, let it drop and then turn suddenly, and watch it soar up to the top of the screen. So, there you go, mate. Anyway, on to number 4, which is Prince of Persia. Lovely title screen there, although the music isn't particularly brilliant. But it's something that Amstrad users and fans can be very proud of, because the Amstrad was the only UK home 8-bit to get a conversion of this. The Spectrum and Commodore 64 didn't, for some strange reason, although someone did later do a Spectrum version. Anyway, I'm just like testing out all the little moves there. You can run, you can hop, do little side steps there, and jump, and grab onto ledges, you'll see in a second. So yeah, the one thing that always impressed people when they first saw Prince of Persia was all the animation and the moves you can do. and for the time, no one had seen anything like it, really. It was so lifelike and real to us back in the 80s. I mean, it must seem kind of funny now, in 2010, but this was impressive stuff. And so was his conversion to the Amstrad. So yeah, this is at number 4. I'm getting very near to my top 3 games. I hope you have enjoyed this, and just appreciate that these are my favourite games, rather than me declaring these are the best games ever on the Amstrad. I've just tried to decide them as best I can in terms of what I really enjoy playing, what other people and lists regard as the best games, and also the games that have really pushed the Amstrad to the limits, that really show it off to its best. So it's kind of a mishmash of all of that, really, that I've come up with my top games. So moving on again to number 3 on my list, which is Chase HQ. And to me, in many ways, I actually prefer this conversion to the arcade original. To me, the arcade original was just basically Outrun with a bolted-on, section of ramming the bad guy off the road, which you'll see later on in this. And when I was playing this in the arcades as a kid, when I was on holiday with my parents down in Bournemouth or Brighton, wherever we went, I couldn't wait to get home and buy this game for my Amstrad. And I was in no way disappointed. It far exceeded anything I could have hoped for. Great sense of speed there when you put on the nitro. You've also got to appreciate all the hills and dips as the road moves up and down. The programs are put in, and also the physics and handling of the car. I mean, it really made you feel like you're actually in a car chasing these bad guys, and gave you a real sensation and experience that, let's face it, other driving games at the time just didn't come close to. And this is just a fairly bog standard arcade conversion, which most companies like US Gold and Domark, who churned out no ends of crap, just wouldn't have been bothered to do. So kudos to Ocean, kudos to Bill Harbison, the programmer, who made this fantastic conversion on the Amstrad. Anyway, on to number 2. Which is Pang. Yeah, and I make no apologies, it is another GX 4000 and plus machine car. But hey, this is one of the best 8-bit home conversions ever. In fact, it's probably better than most 16-bit versions. I mean, even the SNES didn't have a 2-player option like this does. I mean, the game's pretty simple stuff. You control that guy, you're bursting balloons, they get smaller and smaller, until there's nothing left, and you move on to the next level, and that's pretty much it. But God, it's so much fun. I mean, there's quite a lot of levels. I mean, it's still a massive challenge to this game, and geez, it's taken me 10-15 years to complete the flipping thing. And you can see a YouTube video on my channel of me playing it through to the end. But this is just one of the games that, if I have some friends around, they want to see what an Amstrad's about, I'll slap this game in, and we have some great 2-player fun. Anyway, we're coming up to my number 1 game, so let's have a rundown and recap of our top 20. So number 1 on my list is Mega Blasters. Now, be honest, how many of you were expecting that, or have even heard of this game? I mean, it was released in 1994, if I remember correctly. But essentially, this is Bomberman and Dino Blaster on the Amstrad, and it's just simply brilliant. Unfortunately, this game never got the recognition and kudos it deserves, so I encourage and implore you to go and track this game down and give it a go. I guarantee you'll have an absolute blast. Oh dear. But to me, what makes this game and puts this to the top of my list is the 4-player battle mode that you and 3 of your mates can have, which is just simply the best fun you can have on the Amstrad. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my top 20 Amstrad games.